We'll call this regular city council meeting to order on September 15th, 2025 at 6:01 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mr. Anderson,
Present.
Mr. Bateman,
Present.
Mr. Sanders,
Present.
Mrs. McClellan,
Present.
Mr. Parrott,
Present.
Mr. Downs,
Present.
Mr. Clemens,
Present.
Mrs. O'Donoghue.
Present.
Okay, before we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we're going to do a couple moments of silence. First is for Governor Jim Edgar, who passed away. He served in the Illinois House of Representatives from 1976 to 1979. He was the Secretary of State from 1981 to 1991, and he was the 38th Governor of Illinois from 1991 to 1999. We'll also do a moment of silence for Justin Damerman. He was the former CEO of Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. He later worked for and retired from the Illinois Department of Public Health, and he was a member of the city's Sesquicentennial Committee and the Lincoln Heritage Day Committee. So a moment of silence for those two, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, does anybody like to speak under public participation this evening? Okay, there's no public participation. This evening we'll start with the consent agenda. This evening it consists of 5A, payment of bills, 5B, approval of minutes, August 18th, 2025 regular city council meeting, August 26th, 2025 committee of the whole meeting, September 2nd, 2025 committee of the whole meeting, and 5C, approval of request from the Logan County Rail Splitting Association to permit the closing of various city streets and to use 6 picnic tables from 8 a.m. on Friday, September 19th, 2025 until 8 p.m. on Sunday, September 21st, 2025 for the National Rail Splitting Festival. And 5D, approval of request from the Foxhole Pub to permit the closing of Broadway Street from Chicago Street to the alley on Saturday, September 20th, 2025 from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. for an outdoor event.
Move to approve. Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion. Alderman Downs second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders,
Yes.
Mrs. McClellan,
Yes.
Mr. Parrott.
Yes.
Okay, the next item is item number 7, approval of bid from Kinney Contractors for the curb and sidewalk replacement project. Bid award at a cost not to exceed $350,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderwoman O'Donoghue made the motion. Alderman Parrott second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Parrott,
Yes.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders,
Yes.
Mrs. McClellan.
Yes.
Okay, the next item up is 8A, City Treasurer's Report for August 2025. Treasurer Conzo.
Thank you, Mayor. You've all received copies of this report. A few things that I'd like to talk about. You'll notice that the general fund balance, if you include the CDs and the cash, 3.97 million plus, which is still a good fund balance. Unfortunately, though, it's down from where it was last month by about $80,000, and if you look at the end, which is down from the previous month, so we want to try to reverse that because it should be going in the other direction. This isn't to the point where it's create any great problems because we've seen it lower than that, but it is declining, and we need to address that and be careful with how we spend money going forward. And you look at where we were a year ago with that, and there's about 550,000 more in the year, 555 more in the fund balance at that point. So that's a significant drop. There are a lot of factors in there. A lot of times there are things in the budget that are purchased up front near the beginning of the year that might have been purchased later in the year last year and things of that sort. But and then there's still quite a bit of property tax from the second installment of that we haven't received yet. So when that comes in, which is expected in November, we'll have a better idea of where we stand. I also want to go through and look line by line and see where we are with regard to where we were at this point last year. So I may bring forth some recommendations regarding that, and I'll also talk prior to that. I'll talk with each of the department heads too. I don't think there's anything that's being spent over and above what we anticipated, but I do some of it may be an issue of timing with regard to some of these things, and some of those things that we can't control. So all those things have to be taken into consideration. If you're looking at the receipts for this last month, they were reasonably good. The income tax receipts were down about $10,000, but they were up about $21,000 the previous month. And year to date, we're at almost $1.5 million. A year ago at this point in time, we were at $1,414,000. So we are up there about $85,000. And sales tax as well, we're, unfortunately, part of the reason that this is up is that things are more expensive than they were a few years back, or a number of years back. The rate of inflation's declined, but things are still expensive and they haven't come down in price, and that's generates more sales tax, but it also means that everything that we buy costs more money as well. With 1.736 million year to date. A year ago at this point, it was 1,686,000. So that is a nice increase there. Same thing with the non-home rule sales tax. A year ago, we're at 435,000, and we're at 486,000 now. So it's come up by about 31,000, just under 31,000. Here's where we're down, and we did anticipate this, but the non-home or the replacement tax, personal property replacement tax. A year ago at this point in time, we were at $466,694, and you see where we are there. So that has come down by about $145,000. So some of those other increases offset that to a great extent, but we're not. They offset it, but we aren't pulling ahead in revenue in the way that we would like. And then the motor fuel, we're very close to where we were a year ago. I won't read through it, but bottom line is we're about 13,000 ahead of where we were, but the motor fuel tax went up too. So, that would tend to indicate that pumping less gas than they were a year ago, but the tax went up on it July 1st. And then the video game, we're very close to we're about 6,000 ahead there where we were. We're at 258. We were at 252,944. So we're just about $6,000 ahead of where we were a year ago. I'd kind of like to see that increase in the days ahead, which it generally does during the summer months, as you can see from some of the previous years. And that's all I have, unless there's some questions.
Questions for Treasurer Conso? Okay, thank you. Next up is 8B, City Clerk's Report for August 2025. Ms. Bateman?
In the month of August, we received $220,192.58 for sewer receipts, which $17,906.30 was from both prisons.
Okay, questions for Ms. Bateman? Okay, thank you. And then 8C, Department Head Reports for August 2025. They are either on file already or will be shortly. Okay, the next item is 9A, Approval of the use of the ARPA funds and loan proceeds for the construction of a community pavilion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion. Alderman Bateman second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Next item is 9B, advise and consent to the mayoral appointment of Katie Hanger to the Historic Preservation Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Alderman Anderson made the motion, Alderwoman O'Donahue second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Okay, next item is 9C, approval of mayoral proclamation proclaiming the week of September 15th through the 21st, 2025 as National Sea Tracks Think Train Week.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderwoman O'Donahue made the motion, Alderman Downs second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Next item is 9D, approval of the construction of a solar array project at number 12 Cisco Drive.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Alderman Anderson made the motion, Alderman Downs second. Discussion? Alderman Sanders?
I have a question on the type of facility that is going to be out there. If this is a Bitcoin mining facility, my question is about the noise.
Sure.
I don't want to hold your project up, but I know that we're going to be building an amphitheater. We're going to be talking about noise pollution.
Yep.
If we put something in place, will you guys be able to update your facility? Because I know they are very, very loud facilities.
It produces noise for sure. I have no doubts based on other sites that it will, anything you guys put near there, we won't have an issues complying with any set of standards. It's far enough away from the different property lines that the noise propagation isn't too bad. I actually made some changes to the site plan to push it about 170 feet to the north off of the road a little bit. I also plan to surround it with some vegetation just because that helps deaden the noise that much more. And everything north, it's far enough away from everything north, I'm not concerned. The auction yard to the east, I kind of pushed the facility a little bit so I could have some trees along the east side of the data center just to help avoid any noise problems that we may have with the auction yard. Not that they're a facility that would be concerned, but you never know what goes in there in the future. And in the future, if you guys, as development happens, if there's concerns, let me know. I have a site in Urbana that I'm about 270 feet from a house, a whole neighborhood. And I've had a complaint when we first opened up and started doing stuff. I put some noise deadening panels to help mitigate that problem, and it's been good since then. So, and that's about, I guess we put that in 2021. So
Ms. McClellan?
Do you ever use a berm?
we do. Yep. We've used berms. I have another site actually in Urbana. And it's right next to a vet clinic, and they had concerns about the noise because they house animals as well. And so we actually did put a berm up at that site. And generally speaking, if I have extra dirt, I like to just use the extra dirt on site and put a berm up. This site, I do think will have a little bit, and I will probably put one towards the front. Again, for two reasons: noise, but also visual, and it just helps security, aesthetics of the neighborhood, everything. If I can hide it behind natural vegetation, it helps a lot. So.
If we do receive complaints, is there a chance that you would retrofit that with a berm?
For sure. You guys, I don't think you're gonna get any complaints, but absolutely, will happily comply with whatever. So the Illinois noise pollution, Illinois noise, I don't know, IPCB, I think. I don't know. They have a set of standards that noise can't be so high at the property line of the project, and I'm completely confident that we can hit all of those marks. So, yeah. Basically, just to expand on it a little bit, these are pre-built pods that go, so, you know, the servers sit in a pre-built pod that has fans on it. Those pre-built servers are the really loud things, but they're inside of a pod with big fans on it. Big fans, just like, you know, in your house or your shed, if you put a small desk fan, it's going to be a lot quieter than the big 60-inch fans people have in their sheds because they're moving more volume rather than speed. That velocity is what really creates the noise. That pod is actually inside of another shed to help confine that noise. Inside that shed, it is loud for sure, but outside of it, it helps keep that noise in there and helps that the noise bounce inside of there and deaden. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Other discussion or questions? Ms. McClellan?
So when you're talking about the ones in Urbana, are they in an area that's similar to what this one is in?
No. One of them is in like I said, I mean, it's across the street from a residential subdivision, a 600 house subdivision. It is like you can stand at my shed and literally throw a rock and hit a house without trying. The other one is across the street, but we're set back pretty far off the road. But again, it's Stone Creek Golf Course. It's right across the street. Like I said, we don't get any complaints. Never had a complaint there. I've checked in with the Vet Med company a couple times. It's been in service since 2022, and I've not had any issues or complaints from them specifically. So, yep.
Any other discussion? Okay, thank you, Tony.
Yep.
Okay, if there's no other discussion, roll call, please.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donoghue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Abstain.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Okay, the next item is 9E, approval of request for letter of credit from Heartland Bank for Ameren, Illinois, for the installation of security cameras on electrical poles in an amount not to exceed $500.
Move to approve. Second.
Alderwoman McClellan made the motion, Alderman Bateman second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donoghue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, that brings us down to announcements. The only announcement I have is that the Touch a Truck event. Yeah, how did that go? Did anybody, Ms. McClellan, did you have an update on that one?
It was great. The kids were just having a great time sitting in tractors and fire trucks, and it was just wonderful. The whole family's just enjoying themselves. So.
Great, thank you. Okay, anybody else? Mr. Bateman and then Mr. Landers.
Well, I forgot to mention it last week, even though I promised them I would, because the Up and Smoke Committee loans out some electrical equipment. But this weekend there was the FC Soccer Club had 109 teams this year. So hats off to those guys running a festival that size. I know we spent a couple times out at Walmart, saw a lot of kids walking around with the cleats on and stuff, but it was 109 teams. They do provide food trucks and such, so we our committee kind of helps them out with some electrical connections. But I told Todd Mooring that I would mention it last week, and it slipped my mind, so I'm making it up this week. That's quite a feat, and again, a lot of people in Lincoln. Things that people don't realize go on in this town. So.
Mr. Landers.
Yes, the 2025 oil and chip and scarification project is getting ready to start. Crews will be in town Wednesday, starting to till the roads that are in A2. We put out a press release today that has a list of the streets on it, and there is a map that it's kind of hard to see, but it does identify the streets that are getting done. So if you look at the map and use the list of streets, it should help. There was one error that I'm aware of on there. over near Centennial Courts. They had the actual road that goes through Centennial Courts marked, but it will be the alley that runs on the east side of Centennial Courts is what's getting done. So that'll get started Wednesday. I don't expect to see any oil and chip going down probably till the first part of next week. They placed all their signs today, so if you see no parking signs along the edge of the street, you probably have a little time, but please adhere to that because we don't want to have to come pound on your door to get your car moved while they're trying to do the work. So if you have those signs or if you have any questions, just be sure to call us and we'll help explain it and do what we can to help you out.
Ms. Bateman and then Mr. Parrott. Was yours about his? Oh, go ahead, Mr. Parrott.
I don't know that I've ever been down that alley. It must be a pretty nice alley because I thought most of the alleys we were doing is tearing them up and putting gravel down, right?
Well, the amount of traffic, because actually the tenants park, I don't know how many parking spaces there are, but for all those buildings, there's just a lot of traffic that goes down there, and then the tenants actually park off the alley.
Okay.
They use that alley, and that's part of the reason. It's an A1, so it's just getting oil and rock on it to help maintain it and keep it in decent shape.
Yeah. Thank you.
The traffic is the main reason.
Right. Thank you.
Ms. Bateman.
Tuesday, the 23rd, next Tuesday, we'll have some bicyclists coming to town for Gold Star Mission. It's a 500+ mile journey across the state honoring and preserve the memories of our fallen soldiers. ISP will be bringing them into town, and the city police Chief Meister is coordinate with them to bring them the rest of the way into the depot. They're going to stop at the depot on Chicago Street to get some refreshments, they're only going to be here like a 15-minute span, something to drink, a snack, and they are hoping to have a picture moment with Abe statue inside. The guys stopped by and looked in the window and saw Abe, so he said that was a good picture moment. Hopefully the bicyclist. There will be about 25, as of a couple weeks ago, there's about 25 bicyclists. So if you don't have anything to do, they'll be coming to town about 9:52 next Tuesday morning and do their thing and get out. But they'll go from here. They're coming from Springfield. They'll stop in Lincoln. They'll go to Clinton. Clinton's going to feed them lunch, and then on to Gibson City, and they'll stay at Gibson City for the night. That's day one. There's 5 days. And they'll end up at the very end, I think they end up in Litchfield on day 5. So they go back around. But that's Tuesday.
Okay. And then this coming weekend is National Rail Splitting Festival. So it's the 20th and the 21st and happens 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's at Postville Courthouse. There is a ribbon cut Saturday, September 20th at 10 a.m. So if you can, please join us for that event. Do you have the details on this?
Homecoming parade's Friday, the 2:30, I think they start off. So come on downtown and see some floats that the kids have been working on.
Okay. Any other announcements? Okay. If there are no other announcements, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Alderman Downs made the motion. Alderman Parrott second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned at 6:25 p.m.